Hello everyone, welcome to the Killing Floor 2 tournament stream. Oh, already getting compliments from Shadow I see. So, just to catch up on what's going on, this is actually the first match. It was delayed by an hour and a half. An unfortunate event happened. But been a little bit flexible. We're going to give them the chance to play their match. We don't really want a first time forfeit. Doesn't affect any teams either. So, let's jump over and see who we're playing against with what teams, and then we'll go from there. Let me put it onto that one. Okay, right. So we are playing with, well, the team that's playing is what's over the side is. So we're playing. What's playing is going to be 6 Nuketeers. Some of these do actually know each other already that I know of. So it's not exactly a mix of players, or to the extent that others are. They will be playing the map Outpost, and they'll be playing the boss King Fleshpound, which will be playing against the team. Well, this match will be against the team FluXy server, which will be playing later in a couple of hours' time. We'll probably see completely 2 different styles. I'm expecting. I'm not actually. Well, I don't know what I'm expecting from this. Though I did forget one thing. I am going to be commentating with someone else. I do apologise. ALovelyTsundere. He'll be joining us any moment now, so you'll probably hear his voice.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm glad I can make it.
So, do you know much about this team yourself personally, Tsundere?
Not too much. I've been in talks with them for a little bit, so it's kind of could be a whole surprise for me, and I'm excited to see what they can do.
So do you have any expectations for this general matchup?
Outpost. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be kind of an open area, especially with the boss. I'm not sure how the other team's gonna go to like fight each other, but it's going to be a nice open area, and I'm very excited to see how it's going to play out.
Yeah, I could definitely see, because this is one of the original maps that came with Killing Floor. It was in the alpha, it was in the beta, etc, etc. So, it's a well-known map, and definitely has been updated as the game goes along. So, tactics-wise, this could be completely different to what it originally was. Or we might see some classical things at the same time. That's what I find the most interesting thing about that map.
It's all going to be how when the boss comes in, where they're going to be placed at. If they're inside, it gets real tight up in there, and it depends if how they're going to engage it. And I'm very interested to see how it's going to play out.
For sure. And for some of those that actually don't know, there is actually some banned rules in place for this one. Survivalist is not allowed to be used. Everyone has to have a perk and cannot change. Only one maximum player per perk. Your skill tree can only be changed once in the entire match. So if you spawn, you change it afterwards, then there's no more changes. So some of you might want to, some of these might actually want to wait until the actual boss wave where they might change it. Especially for someone like Sharpshooter, they might go for a more damage-based one or a more attack speed one. We could see a lot of different things. Unfortunately, I can't actually see what their skills and all that are, but we can see, as you can see, we've got an extra HUD on there as well. But the biggest thing I think is going to be an issue is 2 other changes. One, some weapons have been banned. So this will be the Hemo Clubber, which is the medic melee bat. You also got the oh god, I forgot what it's called. The medic sniper, the one that does the EMP effect.
I think it's called the incision, or
Incision, that's it. The incision, so that's been removed. And the Frostfang, which has also been removed, which is the melee / support weapon that can freeze. So them three have been removed, and they are, from what I saw, were heavily abused in public matches. Oh, sorry, and the heal thrower. That's been removed as well. So these are heavily abused. Definitely not going to be here now. Which is going to be a big change.
Definitely seen that heal thrower do some crazy damage out there. It's especially combined with the poison, and it can just be go all over the place. It's definitely worth banning and just to balance out the match a little more.
Yeah, the heal thrower, I think, it's been the biggest effect on any match. For any weapon, for any perk, that is the biggest one. The other change that I want to mention is boss wave. You do not have MO spawns whatsoever. So a lot of people abuse the weapon spawns. The MO spawns, where they'll chuck a load of grenades, run around, grab another one, chuck a load of more. Not happening. So if you run out and spam your ammo, be ready to be using up other weapons and have other plans in place. So it will be very, very interesting. No, control difficulty isn't going to be used on this. This is pure vanilla gameplay with some rule sets.
Yeah, control difficulty. We just wanted to keep it a little more simple. We don't really know all the effects of or exactly how that's going to play out, and maybe we can do that in future tournaments. But we're just going to try to keep it on the basic kind of level, so everybody gets a good base level and see how the tournament plays out.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing I'd say. This tournament's kind of like I won't say the test run, but it's kind of see what's good and what's bad, what does work, what doesn't work, what is possible. And then from there, we're going to expand in, which is why I've got it called Season 1. So, yes, there will be more seasons to be coming through, and the season will be basically just within a type of match. So there will be a versus mode at some point. It will have its own rules. You also have the team survival, which is what we're doing right now. And then control difficulty is actually planned, but I don't know the specifics or what's going to happen with that. So we'll have to wait until close to the time. Just as a little teaser as well, I have been in talks with Cruise Controlled. We may also be doing something for his mod that he hosts. Z-Ternal, I believe it's called. So that one will be something we'll be thinking of doing as well.
That would definitely be interesting to see. I'm excited about the future of this, I guess, series we can call it, because this is definitely probably not be the first one, first or last one. So.
Alright, so I need to put the map. Okay, so let's go through some generic stuff. What perks do you think you're actually going to 100% see no matter what in this match?
Ooh, that's very interesting. Well, there is always the holy trinity of commando support. Commando, sharpshooter, and gunslinger. Definitely see one of those three. Most likely a commando, just to get that Z-time chain combo getting in there. But we also probably also be some support and a demo, just so the rounds can extend a little longer. Just get the ammo and grenades. So I'm interested to see if they're going to do anything different with it. See how it goes on that end.
Okay, yeah. Just in case anyone's wondering, yes, this is timed. The actual Z time does not actually affect the timer. It actually slows down the timer to match the gameplay. So the actual timer in the middle, the white text you can see at the top of the screen, that is the actual official timer, not the one on the left. So you will also see some differences.
Yes, we were. My initial concern when I first started it, I was concerned that what's the point of a commando if it's just going to slow down the entire timer? But thankfully, through this tournament mod, it's not going to be a big problem with that.
Yeah, it's not an issue at all. Just before we go into the match, I will explain the spectator HUD for anyone who actually is wondering. So, it will show kills, assist, and cash, which are pretty obvious, K, A, and the $sign. You will be seeing, you got 3 bars. The top one is armor, the middle one is health, the bottom one is total ammo. So you're going to have 3 parts to the ammo, which or 2 parts. The one on the left will be the pistol. The one in the middle, which I think is yellow, that's going to be the primary weapons put together. So we're going to be able to see how much ammo they currently have, and then your health and armor. So and it will adjust to the actual perks and stuff. So if they have 200 health, it will be the full bar. If they get to 100 health, it will be half the bar. Whereas 100 to 50 on the rest of the perks. All the basics still there. So, I think we're about ready. Anything you want to say before we let them start?
I just want to say good luck, and I hope they have a good game. And see how it's going to play out, and everybody try their best, and let's get it going.
So definitely good luck to the team. So at the moment, it does seem like we're getting Demo, Medic, Berserker, Gunslinger, Firebug, and Commando. How do you feel about that? Because the support is not in there that you expected.
That's going to be very interesting to see how it plays out, how they're going to extend and if they're planning to skip any rounds. The Firebug will definitely help out in the crowd control and the smaller areas. And the Zerk will definitely save him the ammo on. So just save him the ammo in general. So let's see how it goes and work it out.
For sure. We can see they're rushing out straight for the corner of the map here. It seems like I think they might be going for that hallway, the outside hallway. Stream, if there's any issues with sound, please let me know. Obviously, every game might change and every stream I do is slightly different, so if it's anything too high or if Sunday's not high enough, let me know. I will raise and reduce where needed to.
Yes, this is our first match in the first tournament, so we're just kind of figuring things out, so please bear with us.
So they're definitely doing the spot that I expected them to do. So
yes, this is a classic spot right here by the trucks.
Let's go third person. So we got Berserker, Demo, and the Firebug. That's it. The Firebug all on the left side. We do have the Medic in the middle, quite standard. And you got the Commando and the Gunslinger on the opposite side. So what I'm seeing is they're definitely going for a high kill rate DPS. Well, I wouldn't say DPS, but a high kill rate perk set combination.
Yes, we're really trying to get that damage in there and trying to extend the Z time with that Gunslinger and
for sure.
Commando combo.
Now, so far we've already had one mention of a perk in the chat from Voodoo Doll. There's no sharp. Sorry, no, Philology. So there's no sharpshooter. There's no support, which is what both me and you expected. I just didn't say it yet. So that's 2 high DPS or deep damage per shot perks not enabled. Having Gunslinger, Firebug, Demo, and Commando all being very trash heavy.
Never did get my skis back off Bethany.
Yes, I'm going to be interested to see how they manage their ammo, if there's going to be some savings from rounds, or how it's going to go in general.
For sure. Chris, is there any time and stuff on your username banner still, or was that changed? No, it's still there. It's in a yellow colour. I have raised my banner. I can remove it if preferred. So basically, when someone dies, or there is a delay, it will pop up, and it will take over and tell you how many delays there are. So you know what I'll do is I'm actually going to just remove the banner. Or the header, I should say. Because it's normally...
This trader's actually lucky for them. It's pretty close to the location they're already guarding, so it's a good spot.
And it's not bad because they also had a 30-second timer skip. Still already getting 30-second skip from and all that. They get, but it's now comes to the point. What happens when it's a further away trader or when it's across the map? Like, how do they adapt to these traders?
For sure, they're gonna have to manage how they run away when the Z kills start coming out towards the 0, and they just got very lucky with this trader and got back in this position really quickly.
The timer will be the one right in the middle at the top, the white text. I hope it's big enough for you, but we just didn't want to make it distracting enough for the players.
I can understand how it might be a little bit hard to see because I mean, it is a snow map and it is a white timer, but
yeah,
it's usually on different maps. It will definitely stick out a little more.
So let's have a look at the weapons. So we're seeing the Commando with the SA-80, the bullpup, not too bad. Gunslinger, I'm not too sure. Oh, they got a Desert Eagle, single. Demo still with the MC9. I don't know if they got another weapon. Medic has got the... I can't remember how I forgot the name, the one with the bleed effect. God, some of these have been away too long.
I just know it's a very recognizable gun by its design, but I can't remember exactly what the name.
Especially as the last 2 patches that I know of, they've been having buffs. So this weapon definitely is going to be a priority, I think, for most medics, depending on the playstyle they're going for. Berserker still with the Crovel. I'm expecting them to upgrade it once or twice before they go to a high weapon.
Oh, chat is saying that is the Hemoglobin. So
Hemoglobin, that's the one.
That's definitely a pretty good medic weapon. That's pretty sure that's the one where you can shoot the little spots on the ground and pick it up for health, which might be coming handy around here.
No, that's actually a different weapon.
No?
The one you're thinking of is actually one of the newer DLCs, which has the blue blobs. That one's actually like a poison effect and stuff like that, and heals teammates. I think that one's actually a 1500 weapon, so that's a lot more expensive.
Oh, thank you for that correction. I stand corrected. As you probably can tell, I don't really main medic that much, so I can see what they're doing.
Okay, so 3 of them at the trader already.
Feeling pretty good, thanks.
Okay, 4, 5 now here, and a 6-1 medic actually doing the boosting, the speed boost. Okay, so started a trade. Sorry, I skipped.
Link and this stuff is out of date.
So something that a lot of people I haven't actually shown yet is in the console we're actually going to see per wave how much cash, headshots, damage dealt, damage taken, heals received and heals given, and large dead kills. All that information is going to be there, and I will be able to actually grab that at the end of matches as well from the server. So I will be having a stat sheet for all the teams and players that have played. So
we got some QPs spawning in, so it becomes pressure. The demo is putting them down with a grenade launcher. Very nice. That's cool.
I'm going to do an up view. We've got QP on the right, but taken down very quickly. So
that's the best thing to do for them. If they start stacking up, they can really do some damage.
So the combination they've actually got is actually not too bad when you think about the actual tiers or perks they got. The Commando with the Gunslinger, they both can trash clear. They both can heavily take out the quarter pounders. Fleshpound's a little bit iffy. Mostly going to be put onto the Gunslinger. But in terms of scrapes, they should be fine. So that's a pretty good combo. The left side, a little bit weaker. But you got the demo, you got the medic.
It is a pretty filled out roster. The Commando and Gunslinger are definitely be putting in the work as they already are racking up in the kills, and the medic seems to be doing pretty good in supporting this team right now. Definitely getting them heals in.
So something from a personal perspective, a lot of people won't be seeing this, but they do seem to be blocking some spawns, which does actually consider further away spawns and reduced spawns. I know some of my members might not be happy with me commentating on that, but It's something to really consider when you're trying to play a, I guess, speed run time-based tournament such as this.
So go ahead and explain how are they blocking the spawns and what exactly is it doing to them? Is it just slowing down the amount of Zeds that can come in and generally slowing down the time in general?
Yes, actually. So spawns generally work depending on distance and vision. If you so for example, if you see where the demo is now, with the number 4 room, if they are holding the door, they can't spawn in that room. If they move around the side, they can actually spawn in the room. So it's like, if you've never noticed where if you shut a door and suddenly they spawn in your face, and they're behind the door, it's the same effect.
Oh, that's a very interesting thing to consider.
So reasonable time getting onto the trader.
Plenty to spare. Cheers.
Trying to skip already.
I kind of like this habit of just going ahead and initiating the vote to skip before you even buy, and then as everybody just, finishes and buys out, just go ahead and voting as soon as everybody buys. It kind of just saves time and allows people to just push F1 to skip as soon as they get out of the buy.
The thing is, some teams need to be careful with that. I've seen it where teams have skipped and they haven't done any buy-in.
Ooh, I think that Fleshpound, there was one in the doorway, it just got annihilated. So that's very nice. Good job for them.
Chin up, tits out.
We have got basically no one with armor. Medic with the armor, expected. Firebug got about 20%. So no one's buying armor, even though it's wave 4. So they might be just saving their money for, you know, higher tier weapons.
They do seem to have a decent amount of change going for them. Firebug is definitely racking it in right now. Usually more than double the rest of the money that the rest of his team. I wonder if he's saving it up for anything specific and what that would be.
So I'm expecting them to go for a high tier weapon. I'm actually expecting the Husk Cannon, most probably. I'm not too sure what gun they got at the moment. I think it's the shotgun. Yep. Fleshpound at the doorway. And it's taken down. Not much health was used up.
Yeah, they got him very quickly. It seemed like the Zerk was behind him and just kind of like almost like stun knocking him while keeping the smaller Zeds at bay. It's very interesting to see that in play.
Much better. Cheers.
Let's check on the right side for a bit. Now I know generally this right side is a lot more quieter than the left side.
Very true. Sometimes it can get a little hairy with the quarter pounds or some bigger guys jumping off the top, but usually it gives them a lot of time, especially if they're communicating, and gives them time to call out to the other team.
Seems to be right side starting to move. You can tell they are communicating a bit. Okay, so I'm actually going to go jump into the team's chat. I'm going to mute myself for a moment, so we're just listening, see if there's any communication, and we might actually be able to feed what's happening in their minds.
I will need this setup for the boss to stun him repeatedly.
It's your lucky day.
I'm gonna hold the vote, guys. Keep on your
Reloading.
Oscar, open. Open bottom.
Oh, come on, that stalker took it. Killed him.
Yeah, I know.
Boom.
Gotta be sure.
Oh, you got the mine throw? Oh, that's good. That's coming.
Okay, so not much chatter, getting a little bit of boom. They definitely sound very calm, which is actually a really good plus for them. We've heard in the Killing Floor 1 when we did some tournaments there, we had some teams that were very erratic. You could tell, especially like when a Fleshpound spawned, they just split. Do have a Scrake in the middle room. Got 2 on there.
Yes, they did seem to. That was a nice little vertical slice on the communication between the team, and they did seem to be pretty collected. I feel like that Zerk is really putting in the work in the middle room and just being an absolute beast.
For sure. I mean, if we look at the stats quickly, don't apologize, you won't be able to see the actual gameplay for a moment. So we're looking at 470 damage taken last one. One before 380, sorry. He is using the Claymore.
And they're just melting those pounds of every variety. Flesh pound, quarter pound, doesn't really seem to matter. Just putting in the work.
And with the Gunslinger now with dual Deagles, and I believe that is the dual... Ooh, I'm not too sure. It'll pop up in a second.
The 911s, I think.
I think so. So having the 2 different sets is really going to get them ahead of us, like with the power spike of the Gunslinger. I generally think the actual dual Deagles are very underrated. Especially when upgraded, they do immense damage. But with the...
For sure.
I mean, the 12 shots? No, it's longer than that. It's more than enough ammo for you to spam.
I think they have 14. So
yeah, so it might be a bit higher.
Yes, if you just... they take a little bit of skill to use, but if you pace your shots right out, you can just put out some insane damage, and especially for a skilled gunslinger, just beam in on a Zed's head, and that Zed is dead.
So at the moment, the average skip on the waves is around about 20, I'd say 24 seconds. You've got 30, 19, 28, 24, and 24 again. So it's a reasonable skip.
Yes, and that was also very good at trader location, just not that far away, just to their left. So definitely some time saved there. But they seem to be very fast on their buys, and they get in, get out, and they're really cutting down on the trader times.
So now we're coming up to wave 6. We are going to see a bit of a shift in spawns, as we just heard. And again, so we will probably see some action from both sides now. Already seeing Core Panda has been blown up in the middle. Scrake going after the Berserker. He's getting a little bit sandwiched with a quarter as well. Instant stun. 2 Scrakes, 2 down.
That demo is really saving that the Zerk right there by helping out with those pounds. While he's getting smashed in between, he's doing all right.
Oh yeah.
He's got to worry about the husk up ahead, or above him. But I think the demo is helping out with that too. So.
Yes, this is hell enough. Ooh, look at them nukes.
Oh yeah, that is gonna clear that out.
Then once again, we're checking the right side. They're just casually sitting there. 1 Zed. Second Zed. Big difference between left and right.
Yes, that Zerk is getting all the attention, basically. Kind of it's not an interesting strategy that they actually have the Commando and the Gunslinger right next to each other. I know they're both good range things, but you think with the Commando would be in a different area, trying to like cover each other or something like that. But it looks like it's working out pretty decently.
Well, that's the thing. Oh, Fleshpound on the left here. Oh, sorry, as a Scrake. Gunslinger to me is like a mini sharpshooter. If you can get your position in place, and you just spam them duels, the damage not matches the sharpshooter, but it's definitely up there. Way more than what a commander and everything does. So they can handle Scrakes, they can handle Fleshpounds.
Yes, and unlike their sharpshooter, they usually they have also the rapid fire, so they can really. It also takes like a I wouldn't say I can't really divide it who's more skilled or not, but both of them are skill required classes.
They're both definitely skill pros. I just think Gunslinger's a bit more more forgiving if you miss a shot. Sharpshooter, because of the delay between the shots, or depending on the weapon loadout you go for, it's a lot more punishing. You miss that one M99 shot, you're out for 2 seconds, up to, you know.
Very true. And the gunslinger is always a speedy little boy. He can just get out of any kind of situation. So it's a little more forgiving. You don't have to be like stand still or crouch to get that extra damage bonus. So
You're like a whole new woman.
So
Meta's doing some good boosting with the grenades.
so the Gunslinger, he's actually got the dual double barrels. I forgot they're called. I really need to learn these names because I keep thinking of the code file names.
I think the dual 911s.
The 911s are the little pistol before
I
it,
do
before the
like this
Deagles.
now.
Yeah, but there's a dual one where it's two of them strapped together, and I think that's what it is.
We get in the beefy wave now. We also do see the FAL
yeah.
on the Commando. I do like his scar skin. Scray kill on the right.
Classic white. The commando is definitely dressed for the occasion.
Not dead yet.
Fleshpound. Nicely done on the right.
Oh yeah, the commando's looking a little hurt, but I think he can power through it.
Chin up, tits out. And reload. Americans for serve.
The EDARs are definitely coming out in force and trying to put in the work.
I mean, this demo and Berserker combination, it's very well played. I am very impressed. I did have a feeling it will slow the spawns down, but they're actually abusing it so that they're not blocking the doorways, which means their spawns are still coming in and in and in. It's just this room doesn't actually get used.
Yeah, that Zerk is like running in and out of the doors and just kind of leaving them all there. It's just a big old trap, so the demo can just rain in the fire from above.
And then add in the firebug, slows everything down. Have the blue flame, does extra burn damage. It's a very impressive combination. Caller,
And we can't forget
2
the
Fleshpounds.
firebug on. Ooh, yep. Here comes the big
forward
boys.
Demo basically going in their face with a double barrel. HRG. Absolutely wrecking them with the full damage there.
Oh, those frames are dropping. He was really putting them out there. The nukes on nukes. That's my favorite song. Nukes on nukes on nukes.
You already got bed set. This is going on for a 21-minute game. You know, you could be right.
Yeah, they're making excellent time. They're just going. They haven't really skipped any rounds, but I mean, they're doing just fine with without it, as they're just speed running it super hard.
So unlucky crew. This is actually first-person view. This is not me actually moving it about. It's actually the player's view. Nicely done.
Flux, when did you join the match?
I secretly took over one of the characters.
Got that? I love a bit of banter, but let's keep our eyes open, alright?
Flux, I didn't know you were so good at demo. You're just
I'm amazing.
That's much better.
Oh. They're all feeding the demo some cash, so he's probably gonna buy. I wonder what he's gonna buy with that.
And we're all still here too.
So we look at 19.5 minutes. So, King Fleshpound, here we go. Let's see their strategy. Let's see how they do it. Let's see if anyone dies. Because remember, a death is 30 seconds instantly. So this is the view from the actual King Fleshpound.
Oh wow, that's very interesting. Yeah, they're staying out in the open. They're just trying to deal with all the quarter pounds. It's that's probably their main issue. Is those quarter pounds and the king pound just sitting right there and dealing some damage. They are definitely putting in the work though.
Oh
Already
yeah.
half health. Let's not forget when he gets a shield. There it is.
This Berserker's definitely putting in the his role perfectly. He's taking the aggro. Still taking the aggro. The others backing off. They are losing some health here and there.
Yeah, the Berserker's getting a little low, and the demo got a little low as well, but he's backed out, and now it's just they're all ganging up on the Fleshpound for the win.
Last little push. 20 minutes and 46 seconds.
Very good. That was faster than what the chat was saying.
I'm feeling generous.
So let's have a quick look at the damage taken from the Berserker. 415. That's not much at all. I've had games where I was taking 800 and sign damage with Berserker. He's done it in half of that. So that just shows how quick they actually finished that match. Most damage, demo, kills, demo, assists, demo. So if you had to pick an MVP, this is for both Tsundere and everyone in chat, who would you actually claim, poke-wise? Like, who would you actually say will be the MVP of this match?
Ooh, that's a very good question. I would say it's great team effort. We can't forget about the sideline guys, especially like Commando really helped out with the Z time, and the Firebug completely he completely covered the side. But for the main Janes, I would definitely say I'm gonna say Demo. Demo really put that damage out. And maybe that's just my bias as a kind of a Demo main myself. But that's what I believe.
So I'm actually personally going to say Demo as well. The demo positioning, great. The loadout was great. The way they used the nukes, perfect. They backed up that Berserker, like, to the point. They went melee range with Fleshpound and stuff to actually help him out. It was on point. We also getting Medic for one person, Firebug for another. Not saying that they didn't do well, okay? Everyone did well, clearly, in this team. So you have got Demo, and it does seem like, yeah, this is definitely a Demo situation. So, yeah, I don't think there's much really we could have said. Where they could they improve on timer? I really think they could. Just in general.
They didn't really skip any rounds, so they're strictly just do kind of straight up speed run without skipping. But I mean, besides that, they did pretty darn good. But I feel they could have, if they really tried, skip some rounds.
The thing is, like, especially where, I mean, you're probably in the same situation where you might be testing it. We've tested it with our team. Skipping rounds for whole traders is almost impossible with the 7 rounds. With 10 waves, yeah, it's quite easily done. But the 7 waves, it's very too risky. Especially like wave 2, you're almost guaranteed a Scrag, core pound. You don't know how many you're going to get. If you only get 1, you can barely get through it. But if you get multiple, it gets very hard depending on your perk. MO situation is quite tight, especially between wave 1 and wave 2. And then you got wave 3 onwards where you start adding more Zs into it and higher chance. It gets very risky, I would say. But if a team can pull it off, please show us, because that would be very interesting to see how you do it.
Yes, and no matter what, these guys did excellent. We way below 21 minutes. They sped around, they had great buys, good teamwork, positioning was on point. I can't really complain about that.
Yeah, there's definitely no complaints whatsoever. Teamwork was spot on. They were calm. Perks actually worked in their favor for clearing as fast as possible. So props to that. For skipping waves, trader skips, they were doing it. Still between 20 and 30 seconds on average, which is quite good. No complaints there for definite. So for the other teams, this is definitely going to be the start questioning your tactics. Maybe you've seen how it works. Would you be able to pull off the same thing? Can you do better?
This is a really strong baseline, and I'm excited to see where everybody goes next.
So I'm going to leave the stream up for a couple more minutes. So if anyone's got any questions, please ask away. This will be a good opportunity to actually get it. We have got another match happening in 3 hours' time, which actually will be my team. So that'll be interesting. You should also consider doing a tournament on endless mode. We play together on nukes with half of these guys, and you'll be surprised soon. Okay, so endless was put in question, but at the same time, we need to keep it short and snappy. If we do like a 2-hour stream per match, and we only plan for 1 hour spacing, having the amount of commentators, it gets restricted. How long the players can actually play for gets restricted. It gets a bit much, and I don't think anyone's going to be wanting to actually watch and commentate for a whole 2 hours long, for example. Which is why we've done the 7 ways instead of 10, because it keeps it short and snappy and very hyped up for the whole thing. And it keeps things interesting, basically.
Very true, and just the coordination of the players would definitely be a little bit harder to do between the team captains in endless mode, because as most people are adults or have their own schedules, and it'd just be a little harder to do that. And I would really like this 7-wave format, just like FluX said, nice, short, and snappy.
So, Soga Goddess, thought you would be hopping on the voice channel of the team players to listen to. I did at one point. Not much chatter was happening. They were very calm. So, a way to try to keep it moving between, so especially with the placements between the two sides, like 4 on the left, 2 on the right. It was kind of hard trying to keep up with all of them. Voice chat is only going to be like once here or maybe a second time, depending on the situation. I don't want to intervene with their chat too much, so they don't give away as much, so it keeps their privacy, so to speak. So it's going to be very limited.
Yes, we just wanted to give it like a nice vertical slice of what they're doing, and not trying to stick around and it's like, hey, there's a random guy in our chat, just let them focus on what they're doing.
It also doesn't put pressure on them. If you hear that bleep, for example, FluX is in your channel, I can imagine like, oh, commentators are watching us. Yeah, that's enough pressure it is. But actually now can hear us? I don't want to put too much pressure on them. Some people can handle it, not an issue, but some nerves do get to them. Feel like watching the esports. That's kind of the point. It's not a full esports, obviously, but I'm hosting this tournament. I've done Unreal Tournament already before. I've done Killing Floor 1 in the past with someone called Mart, who's actually one of our commentators as well. And, yeah, trying to keep it entertaining for you lot.
Yes, I think FluX was also a pretty big component in some KF1 tournaments as well. So he's been doing this for a hot minute, and he actually is the host of and the kind of the creator of maybe I think along with this entire tournament setup. And I really appreciate him having me on, and it's been looking like pretty good so far. I'm very excited to see what happens next.
Yeah, so I basically solo manage the whole thing at the moment. I'm more than happy to have people join in. We have lots of future stuff that we want to pull off, especially when I've got this week and next week off work. So I'm putting as much time as I can, even like 2 AM streams and stuff like that for me. But when I go back to work, my time's going to be restricted. So having others being able to help out would be brilliant, honestly. It's a really good fun if you're into this kind of thing, whether you just want to be on the side and not have your name show up everywhere, or you want to be a commentator like Tsundere's doing right now. He doesn't actually stream, but commentating. Seems like he's enjoying it so far.
Oh yeah, a whole bunch of fun.
I did see a comment about the endless leaderboards. So, I will be doing some sort of stats section. And I'll be doing it per event. and I probably am thinking about doing an overall one. So I could probably stick an endless in there with proof and stuff like that. So if that's something that everyone's going to be wanting, because I will be doing records for all the matches played, team stats, highest, all this and all that, and I'll be each season or etc. I'll be doing like a gold, silver, bronze of the stats of all the played and all that. Will you separate stats by perks? It's a possibility.
Yeah, we're always available, open to options that are still kind of like competitive and fun. If you guys want to suggest them or maybe be involved in the community, we do have a Discord server that you can join in. You probably can go through the Steam discussions and find the board or I'm not exactly sure, the thread, and maybe join through there, or just talk to one of our members, and we'll definitely give you an invite to.
If I do remember correctly, it's actually linked in the bottom of my stream profile. So you should have a Killing Floor 2 tournament section, and the link should be there. Just join onto that Discord, and you have all the information there. I will give you a link, which is now in the chat. This is all the matches that have been scheduled so far, and it also has an example of the stats that I'm going to be pulling out. So with the mod, with this image you can see here, it gives me all per waves. I can grab it from all the servers and all the matches independently, and I will pull it all up to date when I get a chance. So you may have to bear with me a bit. I am multitasking a lot these 2 weeks between this Unreal Tournament, plus my own community and such. So be a little bit patient on keeping stats up to date. I will try my best.
Yes, Flux is a very busy dude. I just appreciate any time he's spending with us and trying he really loves the community, and so it's I'm glad to see his work on an effort on this part.
So I'm going to give it another 3 more minutes for any more questions, and then I'll probably end it there. Just a reminder, if anyone wants to become commentator, whether you are a streamer or not, I'm more than welcome to throw you in here. We may see about doing some maybe special guest or something. I know Molly from Tripwire has mentioned maybe about jumping in one of the streams with us. So that could be a possibility. So that would be quite fun. We actually did have this in Killing Floor 1, where we had Yoshiro, and I forgot who the other one was, because they were one that doesn't have their name everywhere. So they joined in with me and Mart. We had a great 4-way commentation on one of the semi-final matches. So there's a lot of possibilities at the moment. You want to be involved, you want to help out with organising events, I'm more than happy to have people get involved, etc, etc. Obviously we won't be overlapping.
Oh yes, we're always looking to expand the community and just show our love and support for the game, and everybody tries to play with it. Come on by and definitely try to join up in the Discord, and we'll look forward to it.
One more thing I do want to mention: teams are locked as of last week, over a week ago, so you will not be able to actually make any teams currently. We have got 5 teams at the moment, which we're trying to. Everyone's still figuring out how they're trying to juggle their times around and stuff. But if you are an individual player who would like to join as a free agent, you are more than happy to post it in the free agent section of the Discord. If a team needs to remove one of the players or be able to add another one, they'll be able to contact you to be able to play for them. Now, obviously, you will have some restrictions where if you played for a team, you cannot play for anyone else. And we do not allow anyone from going in, out as like subs. So if you've been removed from a team and try to come back, in most cases there'll be no, unless you have a specific reason to actually go back to a team. So member abuse would not be allowed.
For sure, we don't want any toxicity around here. We're just trying to keep it nice and fun, and just there's no reason to be mean or hurtful to other people. Is just try to be mature and have a good time about this. I guess in the meantime, Flux, do you think it was see, you have the stats in front of you? Can you read out maybe some like interesting higher points or like some really maybe some of the numbers?
So as I'm going through, I'm also seeing a bug. I've just noticed. So the large Z kills are not actually working as intended. As we are going through, I am actually seeing. So as we go through per wave, I'm looking at the headshots. We are seeing some interesting ones. Almost everyone has headshots apart from Demo on wave 4. They actually got 0 headshots, but it's a demo.
Oh, very typical.
Oh wait, no, they got 1 on wave 3, 1 on wave 2,
Ooh.
but they got 11 on wave 1.
They just stopped once they started getting the bigger explosions. They kind of stopped aiming at the heads anymore with the grenade pistol.
Yeah, I've got some other stats. I'm trying to figure out who was what perk though. Berserker actually doing a decent amount, 20 to 30 per wave on average. Spoke, who I think was actually the commando. I actually might be wrong on that one. 68 headshots on wave 7, 37 on 6, 563, so a decent headshot count. As for cash earned, you know what, they're actually doing pretty good with the cash earned. It's very split. Demo clearly is maximum. None of them came close to the demo. 500.
Wow.
Actually, there's one of them, it doubled everyone else in wave 4.
Oh, wow. Kind of expected. He was really putting out the damage. So I think I even saw him buy some stuff for some other classes in the later rounds.
So another stat that actually is quite interesting is actually the heals given. I know a lot of people will think, oh well, it doesn't matter, you know, it's as a medic. It does actually matter when you think of a team-based perspective. So yes, medic is always going to be the highest, but you think up to 20 heal per player, and then your syringe cooldown is halved. You can actually heal quite effectively. I am actually seeing that from Spoke, who's actually healing their team in some of the matches, like wave 5, 67 heal. So that's 3.5 syringe. I mean, he only did 2 on the last wave, on wave 6, sorry. Then 89 on wave 7. And then 6 again. So it's nice to actually see other perks actually trying to fill in and help out with the healing. That's one thing I definitely could say in a public match you do not see, which is a real shame.
That's very true. It really doesn't cost that much time or anything. Just whip the syringe out and heal another player, and it's glad to see that that's getting some use. Other people are starting to know that they don't have to solely rely on the medic for their healing.
Yeah. Damage values, they're just as expected. Clearly, demo just doing demo. Not much we can say about that. Yeah, Gunslinger pulling up quite a bit of damage overall. I think that's mostly when the Fleshpound comes along, they can just hold down the Fleshpound, which really boosts their numbers up.
Yeah, I bet he really put work into the King Fleshpound, and because the King Fleshpound's health was really denigrating very quickly, and I was guaranteed that the Gunslinger was just unloading into the Fleshpound.
Oh, for sure.
The KF.
Right, so I think with that, we're actually going to end it. Like I said, the next match will be in 2.5 hours. We will be, I'm going to see about, okay, so let me start again. So yeah, we'll start in 2.5 hours. Cruise Controlled will be actually streaming that one because I'll be playing in my match. And Tsundere will actually be there co-commentating with him. So that'll be really interesting to see. I'm not too sure if he's got a custom layout for the tournament. Oh, excuse me, for the tournament. So that might be interesting to see. So I haven't actually seen that myself. So I can't wait. And yeah, thank you all for watching. I think that'll be about it. Yep. Like I said, I'll get the stats up as soon as I can. But we do have another 3 more matches tonight. So be on the lookout. We will be announcing it in the Discord.
thank you for everybody having me. I hope to see you guys again soon.